Hello guys, welcome to AR Tutorials. Today is day 17 of solving LeetCode questions daily. Guys, it's been 17 days we are solving LeetCode questions and GFG questions daily, completing all the necessary tasks day by day and moving forward. I please request everyone, if you have been from so long with me, please do consider subscribing my channel and please letting your friends know that if you want to grow or if you want to learn DSA every day with small topics covered with the high and good level of explanation with the most optimal codes, then AR tutorials is the first choice for everyone. So today's topic is very important in terms of DSAs and problem solvings. Friends, it's not a joke to crack an interview in a very good extent or to impress the interviewer. But there are some factors which can be considered amongst the people, or the interviewer has a mindset that if I get this approach, then I could get that this person or this student has a great in-depth knowledge. What happens, friend, when you solve the question and sometimes you understand the questions thoroughly, but after few days when you solve that question repeatedly, or you solve some question which you have solved in a similar pattern, but the different pattern is involved in that question, you get blanked when you see that question, because you don't know the specific approach to be applied on that question. I really want to tell you that there are only few approaches in this world which implements and gives you the answer. Which means that if you know only few approaches, you would get optimal very easily. As per my understanding, as per my learning, I want to share you that brutes only applies loops. If you are with your pen and pencil, please write. If you are brute, go with loop. This is my rhythmic flow. Go with loops, use maximum loops you can, whatever you want to loop, use, because brute should be rough in figure. You should always solve brute as a rough. And when you go to better version, use data structures which are not necessary but still used. Are you getting what I'm telling? Use some data structures which are not necessary, such that stack use are not necessary. But if you implement it, it could reduce some load. That's why use better approaches. Yes, it should reduce the time complexity. That's the main goal. And optimal, basically try to solve it in one pass. One pass in the sense you should apply three-pointer approach, two-pointer approach, or one passing. Do everything which you want, but only solve in one pass. You will get optimal fully. And if you're not able to solve optimal at bestest approach, just try to think. Apply the pointers. Tell the interviewer that I want to apply the up pointers. I want to do this. I want to do that. If though you are not getting towards your peak of the answer, the interviewer might get satisfied that yes, you are on the track to solve the question. That's important. And today is this part, it is called as hashing. You should always try to implement it either in the brute, very rare chances to implement in the brute, more chances of to get into the better option, and rare chances in optimal also, because you are using some extra spaces. But if you are giving the bestest better approaches, use hashing, I must say. So what is hashing? Let's continue. So to calculate the frequencies, we use hashing, or number of counts we use hashing. Hashing basically use a type of arrays which are basically has empty sets filled with zeros or ones, anything. And what we'll do, it requires some range, that is 1 to n. And for example, our n is 5. So it has this type of array, and whatever the frequency occurred in your vectors is replicated in this. As this consists of does this array consist of ones? No. So it occurs 0. Then how many twos are there? There are two twos. How many threes are there? There are two threes. How many fours are there? There are zero fours. How many fives are there? There are one fives. Using this approach, you have to make hashing possible. And This question basically tells you that how you can hash. So this is our output. I have told you exactly what you have to do. Just I'll give you the brief that what we are going to do step by step. So let me clear this fields. I'll tell you what we have to do. So have you got the clear idea that what we have to do in the hashing? If not, I'll give you a brief summary that yes, we are creating an array of size 1 to n plus 1. Why n plus 1? Because if we take if we take n, we will only traverse till n minus 1. We don't want to traverse till n minus 1. We have to traverse it till the best possible index, and we have to create a hash of n plus 1 indexes, because if my index is 5, my hash would create 0 till 4. I don't want that. I want till n plus 1, that is 6. So the traversal would be at 5 only. So that is the logic behind it. We'll create a hash. So this hash is created, and what we'll do, we'll initially fill everything with 0. While creating the vector, we'll fill everything with 0. Then what we'll do, we'll just traverse through the array, and we'll see each element came, we have 2. So what we'll do, we'll create okay, so this is an hash. So this is an hash. Consider this is vector is an hash. So what we'll do, we'll just do a hash of ARR or A of I plus plus. What logic is this? That what is A of I? A of I is the element at the vector at this index, and what we are doing, if this index is 2, so what we'll do, we are going at hash this becomes 2, we are going at hash of index 2. So what is hash of index 2? This is hash of index 2. We'll just cross it here, and plus plus, that means we are making it 1. Okay, got it? Very easy concept. I'll tell you. Okay, so have you got this criteria that this is main? Okay, let me take the pencil. Okay, yes, so this is main. Basically what we are doing, I'll write here hash of A of I. Now I have taken plenty of array questions, almost 10 very important questions I have taken, where A of I is very basic to tell that A of I is an iterator of array I. So at iterator, if my value is 2, what I'll do, this is my hash map, this is my hash array. At second index, I'll just make my counter it as plus plus. So here I have 2, I have made it as 1. So whatever count of 2, it represent as 1. So when I'll plus plus my array, it will become 3. So similar to 3, its zeros are cut, it has become 1. Let me take some visible color. Okay, so blue is visible, then yellow, I guess. Okay, yes, it is visible. So again we'll go to 2. Now what we are again here, 2, array of 2. Now where we'll just do plus plus, there was 1 at last pass, now it will become 2. Then again 3 will come, here it became 2, and here it became 5. So what we have to return, 0, 2, 2, 0, 1. This vector we have to return. So easy, so simple. Just using these concepts, you will master your optimal and better approaches. I guarantee that I'm telling YouTuber, not YouTuber, the interviewer would be very impressed if you know hashing, because it is one of the better approach you can ever suggest to your YouTube interviewer. And if the interviewer gets impressed, if he thinks that you have plenty of knowledge, even though you don't give him the perfect optimal approach, using your prior knowledge, he can select you for the better for the next interview rounds. And it is very important just to clear the rounds rather than just mucking up the questions and telling him the exact answer which he don't expect. Also, he only expects that you should give him the perfect optimal, better, and best approach idea in terms of idea. So let's see the code. It is very easy. First, there are the vectors where you have given the in and the position. First, I have created the hash. Then I have told you n plus 1. I have discussed the logic. If you still are unable, if you are still unable to get this logic, please comment query in the comment section. I'll reply to you quickly. If not, I'll provide my email to you. We'll do personal doubt solving session. Okay, so we'll just iterate from I to n. Now why n here? Because we are iterating to our ARR. So this, what we are doing, we are setting the iterator which should be greater than 1, because our hash only contains the value from 1 to n. So we'll check it is in between 1 to n or not. So this condition basically checks it is between 1 to n. If it is 1 to n, we'll go through its hash of array, that is iterator of array. Whichever value it will return, in that index hash will go and it will do plus plus. Simple logic, nothing fancy, only few logical aspects are there, but this will give you the bestest approach. And then for returning, we are just what you are doing, we are copying our hash to the array, and one more thing, if question contains ampersand or this and of ARR, which means that your original array is getting changed. So you have to replicate or whatever you have done in that hash to the array, so that the compiler is only set to check an array. It is not set to check that whatever arrays you have made and whatever you have done, it will not check that. If it only check whatever you have done in that array. So this is the concept of hashing. So we'll just quickly run this code. This is very optimal code, I guess, and very easy to implement also. This logic is very useful for you to just go further. So yes, we have solved, we have achieved 100% accuracy. So thank you guys for watching my videos, and please support me and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.